Hello young artists, so it's the Artful Splodger here and we are on to our second session making our awesome masks. And I just want to introduce you to an amazing material called mache. I'm sure you all had a go at paper macheing. This is a sort of papered pulp which you mix with a little bit of water and it creates a sort of clay. I buy this Creation Station stuff online. And I'll just show you what it looks like before you add the water now. So it's just like mashed up dried paper, and when you want to use it you just add a little bit of water and then it forms this paper-like clay product. So what we're going to do is we're going to add two 3D facial features to our mask today. So I'm going to split my mache in half, so I've got two pieces to use, and on this mask I'm going to do the eyebrows with one piece and the mouth with the other. So for the eyebrows I'm going to split one of the pieces in half again, so I've got an even amount for each eyebrow, and then I'm going to roll it into a sausage shape, and then I'm going to apply it to my mask. Now what would be a really good idea is to put a line of glue underneath it, because that will help it to be secure once it's dried. So think about the shape. That's a surprised eyebrow, and now I'm forming a sort of quite angry eyebrow. So the shape of your eyebrow will definitely add emotion to your mask, which could look really great. So let's have a look at some different eyebrows now. Happy or surprised eyebrows tend to be quite high up the forehead and quite rounded, and sad and angry eyebrows tend to be lower to the eyes, and the angry ones are often very, very angular. So try and get your eyebrows as symmetrical as possible, and then what I do is I just dip my finger into a bit of water or water and glue, and then I use that just to smooth them out so I get a really lovely smooth finish. So we don't want the eyebrows to look like they're just slapped on. We want them to be smoothed into the face. So use your finger to smooth your edges. So now onto the lips. So I've remembered to put a line of PVA glue on beforehand to help my mache to stick, and I really recommend that you get some of these precision glue pots because they are so helpful. So I've split my mache in half again, so I can use one half for the top lip and the other half for the bottom lip. I'm going to roll it into a sausage shape and then fit it on to my mask. And you need to really think about the Cupid's bow of the lip, which is the waved section on the top lip, and try and incorporate this into your design. Now if there's one thing that I've learned from doing this project, it's that mache can make a mask very, very heavy. So I would advise that you just do two elements. So that might be the eyebrows and the mouth and a big nose and the eyebrows, but just two elements in total. Also, for the art teachers out there, Mod Rock is brilliant for this project, but again it adds a lot of weight. And as before, make sure that you blend the lips into the face using your finger as I'm demonstrating now. So that's the eyebrows and the lips done, and I can just allow that to dry and then I'll paper mache over the top. So for this one, I'm going to add an enormous nose and some cheekbones. mache into a ball by going around and around in a circle with your top hand, and then force that ball onto the ball of the nose. And the ball of the nose is the point of the nose. And from here, you're going to mold it up the bridge of the nose to in between the eyes, blending it with your fingers into the face whilst retaining its protruding shape. So protruding means sticking out. It's then quite a good idea to use a pen or a pencil just to stab out the nostrils so you can still breathe while you're wearing your mask. Okay, last one then, everybody. Stay with me. So I'm going to take another bit of my mache and I'm going to do the cheekbones. So I want them to be a similar size. So I'm going to split the mache in my hand in half. And you'll see I've put a little layer of glue down already. I'm going to roll it into a ball and then I'm going to press it onto the cheek area. And then I'm going to blend the edges into the mask while still retaining its protruding shape. So I want it to be sticking out, but I want my edges to be nicely blended into the mask itself. And then I'm using my water technique to smooth it. And then repeat this on the other side. And then spend some time just perfecting your sculpted areas by smoothing them, making sure the edges are blending in, and just getting it as symmetrical as possible. You're going to get pretty messy. So here are my two awesome designs, one with eyebrows and lips and one with a nose and cheekbones. Well done, everybody. So last bit I want to show you is how to turn your two-dimensional horns into cylindrical three-dimensional horns, and we're going to do that using tin foil, which is one of my favorite sculpting materials ever. So grab quite a long strip of tin foil and simply wrap it around one of your horns. Just like that, and then you're going to squeeze the pointy tip and try and sculpt it into a point. Now if you look at a horn, you'll notice that it's much thicker at the base, so at the end nearest to the animal's head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a narrow piece of tin foil. I'm just going to wrap it around the base section to add a bit more weight to that area. And then I'm going to squeeze it and mold it into shape. And then keep repeating this process until you're happy with the thickness of your horn. And I'd advise you to be quite brave here. You can add quite a lot to try and give it a really cylindrical feel, okay, so a very rounded feel. Now the surface of the horn should not be lumpy. It can be crinkly, but it needs to have a good, even overall shape. And try and remember how much tinfoil you used for your first horn, as you need to repeat it for your second horn. So you have been learning to manipulate a variety of materials to create sculpture. Well done, everybody. Next step will be to paper mache it.